It's Fun Friday with Whaea Fiona, and guess what? It's the final day of online learning, because after this we're back at school. So yay, you guys have done an amazing job, and Debbie and I are both really excited that we can get back to school. We can see you guys actually up front and personal, and we can get on cracking with our work at school. So much more fun. So on that note, I'd just like to start by calling the roll today for the last time. So I've got my different languages here, and I'll just see if I can say a different one to you than I did last time. So if we start off with Malola lei, Misha. Whakalofa lahi atu, JC. Now, if you didn't know, that's actually Niuean. Bonjour, Shania. Konnichiwa, Phoebe. That's Japanese. Kayla, ni hao. That's Chinese. Ciao is Italian, and I'd like to say ciao to Kenzo. Guten Tag, Jed. That's good day in German. Good dag, Quinn. Good dag. That's Danish. Guten Tag, Lucy is Dutch, but that's good day for Dutch, and I think Debbie was doing the good morning one. Emily, namaste. Hola. Hola, Brooklyn. Then we've got assalamu alaikum, Reed. Kia ora, Promise. Morena Zain. G'day, Gisele. And kia ora, Ana Elsa. And if Ava's watching, I saw her on the video. She did pretty well. If Ava's watching, then I'd like to say Bula, Ava, because that's something that I haven't used today. So, hi guys, welcome to Friday. Let's do our karakia now. And so sitting nicely, and for the last time on online learning, let's do our karakia. Mā te whakapono, mā te tumonako, mā te titiro, mā te whakarongo, mā te mahitahi, mā te manawa nui, mā te aroha, ka taia e o. So, got that done. Now, let's have a look out the window at the weather. It looks like a bit of a mixed bag today. So, ke te pēhea, te āhua o te rangi, ke te kāpua, and maybe ke te makariri a little bit. But maybe the sun will come out later and we might be a little bit kē rā pāki. That would be quite cool. Anyway, guys, we've got a busy day planned. I'll just get my timetable here. For today, it's a bit of a pick and mix. You can choose what you want to do. If you don't want to do everything, that's cool. But today for handwriting, I'd like you to do the letter G. If you feel like doing some handwriting, the letter G is the one we're doing today. And if we take our pen, we just, for the capital G, we start just below the line, we go back up, around, down, up, and down. So it's a bit like a C with a little stick to keep it up. The little G, we go around, a bit like a C again, but we keep, you can't even see that, sorry. We keep going, we go up, we go down, and we give it a tail with a flick. That last one's not so good. So if you'd like to practice your capital G's and your small g's, then I've written the G words that I could think of quickly for handwriting, and I've got go, got, get, going, and then I wrote a little sentence. Gavin and Gertie gobbled green grass. So all of those words start with G, apart from the and that's a good way of practicing our G's for handwriting. Now, for writing today, if you feel like doing some, I've given you a little task to do a G brainstorm. So all the words you can think of that start with G, you could make a list. I've made a little list here earlier. So there's go, got, goat, get, good, going, giggle, great, green, grass, grease, giggle, Google, gobble, gorgeous, gigantic. That actually sounds like a J word, doesn't it? But it's not. Gigantic and ginormous. So I started with the very, very easy ones over here, and as I went down, they got a bit harder until at the end, they were pretty hard indeed. In fact, I had to look up in the dictionary to check that I was spelling ginormous correctly. So then, if you had your brainstorm of all your G words, you could decide to write a sentence, like I did in the handwriting. So I've used the Gavin and Gertie gobbled green grass. But you could use other G words that you have written down on your brainstorm, and you could try and make a story or just a sentence out of those G words. So see how you get on. I'd love to know how you got on next week when I see you on Friday. So anyway, after writing, I've put a link to, there's a story called Grandpa's Slippers, and there's a New Zealand teacher called Miss Best who does reading stories on YouTube, and she's reading the story of Grandpa's Slippers. So I thought you might like to just read along to that, or just sit there and listen. Then for maths, I thought just to keep it easy, just keep practicing your counting in te reo for Whaea Debbie, because I'm pretty sure she's gonna test you next week when you get back to school. She might just ask you randomly how you say whatever numbers, and it'll be really good if you could remember how to say them. And then last of all today, I have made a little video, the new video for the Goatface family for this week, and it's called Pellets on Goat Mountain, and I even managed to put some music in the background, so that made it sound quite perky. The video is, I went down to we've got sort of like a little bit of a hill with some rocks on it. I went down with some pellets, which the goats just love. They like lollies for goats, and I went down with some in a little jar and shook the jar, and they know the sound of the shaking means that there's pellets in the jar. So they all came running, and they were all trying to get into the jar, and so I took my phone and I was filming them, and it was quite funny. And then Pat had gone down the road and got some branches on the back of the ute, because they love eating the leaves off the branches. So a friend of ours had been doing some gardening, so we got the branches, and he drove back up the road and around the corner, and you'll have to watch the video to find out what happened, but it was quite funny. I did laugh quite a lot. And then, because we've had some quite good feedback about the goat videos, I thought, oh, maybe I should actually have a little look and see what I can find online for you to have a look at, because there's a million videos on everything on YouTube. So I've actually found there's a baby goat compilation, so there's a little pick and mix clips showing little baby goats, very, very cute, and another one of baby goats in pajamas. I think when goats are very young, they keep them in these like little suits, they look like pajamas to keep them warm if they're not with their mums. So it's all these little baby goats zooming around the place, and it's very, very funny. So I thought just for fun you could watch those 3 videos and just probably laugh quite a lot. And then you're free to do whatever you like for the rest of the day. You've got only 2 more days after today, and it will be Monday. And on Monday it's school as normal, unless you're sick. Don't come to school if you're sick. But if you're not sick, come back to school, and Whaea Debbie will be ready and waiting for you to turn up at room 2, and she's got really fun stuff planned. So hopefully you're looking forward to it as much as we are, and I will see you guys on Friday next week. I cannot wait. So have a really awesome weekend. Enjoy the last couple of days at home, and we will see you next week. Ka kite.